social media. How the hell are we doing? Another week is here and another week is in the books. Now, obviously, if you tuned in earlier today, you would have saw me doing a live stream of the greatest football game of all time, NFL Street 2, and it's not even close. They had the gameplay. They had new tactics. We even had a game breaker too. We even had the fucking soundtrack, and it wasn't even close. But for the over 100 people that tuned in for that live stream, hey, I want to appreciate each and every one of y'all. And hey, yeet, yeah. But that's not the reason why we're here today. Nah! The reason why we are here today is because it's time for the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you will find on social media. And at the end of the day, you will know whose game this is, with everybody saying no mercy sports. Yeah. Let's get into it, baby. Oh my God, I feel like I just did the biggest line of my entire fucking life. Let's fucking go.
Nobody can stop me now.
Let me talk to you. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are live! And man, oh man, it doesn't get any better than this. The world champion is here. There's another champion out there that I hope is staying in good lines, because I went, hey, for the world champion to have to go out to the double champ, the WWE champ, and one part of the tag team champs, and have to set him straight. You know who I'm talking about. I should say, you know who the hell you are. But hey, look, hang on a sec. But hey, look, obviously, we're here to have fun. We're here to talk sports. We're here to talk about a lot of things. We're here to talk about the Elimination Chamber coming up. We're here to talk about the upcoming pay-per-view of WrestleMania. Oh my God. We're here to talk about the aftermath of the Royal Rumble and the fact that Jey Uso won said Royal Rumble. Let's try using some fucking English, for crying out loud. Oh my God, we got a fun episode for you. Hang on. We got an awesome episode tuned in. I hope everybody that's tuning in right now, hey, you know, like I said, we got Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask right now. Obviously, I can't do a lot of that, and it clearly shows. I'm trying to make sure. Hang on a sec. Bear with me here. Much like I do with much like I've been doing with oh my God. Much like I've been doing with the live stream of NFL Street 2. Just bear with me for a sec, all right? All right. Okay, so now that I did what I needed to do, hey, much like my boy, the one they call the megastar, with everybody saying LA Knight, says, let me talk to you. All right, so look, football season is almost gone, and honestly, I'm not ready for that. All right. I promise you, I'm not ready for football season to even be over. Look, I get that we have spring football coming up, being the UFL. We're going to get to that in a bit. But with the NFL, look, we've seen games be played in Mexico, Brazil, and Germany. Germany, obviously, being the most common theme. But one thing that actually intrigued me was the fact that head referee Sean Hockley actually called a false start and said it in perfect German. I mean, I'm like, yo, what? We in Germany and this is what we doing? I fucking love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that kind of brings the question to, hey, if we do more overseas games, look, I know Mexico is a jump, hop, and a skip away. I know Brazil, it ain't that far as well. I know Germany is obviously right there as well. But at the same time, um, when it comes to playing football games overseas, should the refs call penalties in the language that's being spoken in said country? That's obviously excluding the, if we were to do a game in Canada or the UK or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I say, hey, let's go with it, because that really shows diversity amongst things, and it shows like, hey, yes, we say a lot of things in English when we're in the USA and we do the NFL, but we're also common courtesy. Those are the words I was looking for. Obviously, we're showing common courtesy, like, hey, just because we speak English doesn't mean we're going to speak English when we're in your house. We want to make sure that we know how to speak your language and call NFL penalties in your language. I mean, hell, even when it comes to broadcasting, I wouldn't even be disappointed if I watched NFL broadcasting in German, I believe the language spoken in Brazil is Portuguese. I wouldn't be disappointed by that. Hell, even if we saw uh NFL matchup in Mexico being spoken in Spanish, I wouldn't even be disappointed by that. I mean, guys out there really know what they're doing. So, no, like for real, I really think that, when it comes to overseas game with the NFL and everything like that. Yeah, no, it really, like, when it comes to the refs, I'm just saying this, when it comes to the refs, they should be calling penalties in the language that is mainly spoken in the country that we are currently in, like I said, Sean Hockley called a full start in damn near perfect German. I mean, look, if it wasn't perfect, let me know in the comments. That's all I gotta say. But aside from that, it's like, yo, we're in somebody else's house. Like we should be able to, what do you call it? We should be able to oh my god, I can't even think of it. I want to say like, oh, understand their ways of like, hell, I'm in El Paso. There's a bar in a mall that I go to, and even the bartender knew very little English, and I was like, I bet, I'll do my best to speak as much Spanish that I know of, like, hey, you don't know English, I'm not gonna expect you to basically know like what I'm talking about. Like, no. Like, hey, I'm gonna do my best to make sure that you feel comfortable, that I feel comfortable, and at the end of the day, we all feel comfortable. All right. Um, but yeah, you know, um, yeah, no, like I really feel that we should speak the language, like when it comes to overseas games. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to the overseas games, whether we're in what do you call it? Germany, Brazil, Mexico, Canada. That's a whole different story. Obviously they speak English, but they have a different pronunciation. But hey, obviously we have different parts of the U.S. that have a different pronunciation. I mean, hell, even when I talk, because I'm from the East Coast, if you didn't hear it, then you did. Like I said, when I talk, it is what it is. But yeah, that's my take on it. I really feel like when it comes to, again, being in different countries, we should speak the language that is mostly spoken in. That's just my thing. But speaking of the refs, this season's refs, they need to be held accountable. And man, oh man, they need to get their heads out of Mahomes and the Chiefs' ass. And it's ironic for them to quickly go on the defense because of how this season even played out. And just, how the Chiefs even played this year. There is no way they should not only have 2 losses, there is no way the Chiefs should even be in the goddamn Super Bowl. There is no way in hell. But hey, don't take my word for it. Hey, let's take a word from the refs. Because they decided to say, hey, it's insulting and preposterous that we were in favor of the Chiefs. Really? That's how y'all feel? That's what you're going with. You feel it's preposterous and insulting the fact that people are calling you out and, oh, hey, you need to be held accountable. See, here's the crazy thing. The Chiefs had 36 penalties called against them this season. Their opponents had 66 fucking penalties called against them. What's even crazier is in the years that the Patriots went to the Super Bowl 3 times in 5 years, they are actually up there in the top 10. If you can believe that. No. But we're not talking about the Patriots. We're talking about the goddamn Kansas City Chiefs, because there is no way in hell that the Chiefs should even be in the Super Bowl. And on top of that, look at the amount of penalties that the fucking refs missed. Are you kidding me? In any case, should the refs be held accountable for making outlandish penalty calls? Yes! Yes, the fuck they should, and it's not even close. I mean, bro, when you look at some of the calls that the refs have made for the Kansas City Chiefs this year in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs, when it was the Chiefs versus the Falcons, there was a clear pass interference and no flag was even thrown. When the Chiefs were even playing the Cincinnati Bengals, that wasn't even close to being a pass interference, all right? But the rest thought, oh, hey, yeah, that's a pass interference. Like, are you shitting me right now? There is no way in hell. Like, oh my God. Like, some of these refs have to be blinder than the refs that we saw in the movie, The Comebacks. If you know, you know. But on top of that, it's like, yo, really? Really? You're gonna call a pass interference on the Cincinnati Bengals on that kind of shit, but you don't call a pass interference on the Kansas City Chiefs when they're playing the Atlanta Falcons? Get the hell up out of here. Oh, but it's insulting and preposterous, according to the NFL refs. Oh my God, it is so crazy how quick y'all are going on the defense, and the gaslighting is fucking insane. Oh man. Yeah, no, I'm trying to go back to shaving once a week, but I love the facial hair that I'm rocking right now, and I ain't even mad about it. Oh, I'm about to be free. Next week, I'll go in to get my clearing papers, and next week, I'll go in to clear post and become a free fucking man. Hoo-yah! Now, I would say what you're saying in the end, but hey, my stomping grounds are the Navy, and that's never going to change. I'm sorry, they're not. Um, but going back to the refs for making the calls against the Kansas City Chiefs, like, bro, how high do you have to be that fast on the defense of like, no, we didn't oh my god. No, we didn't make any of those calls like da 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 be bullshit bullshit bullshit. Oh, but the fact that the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs had 36 penalties against them and their opponents had 66. Explain that fucking bullshit, you dumb sons of bitches. Like, are you kidding me right now? That gaslighting with these refs is fucking insane. And it needs to be stopped. The refs need to be fucking held accountable. They really do. Not even close. Oh my God. I might need to go on blood pressure pills. Like, holy shit. You already know. But, I mean, it's insane. It really is insane. Like, I really don't get it. The refs are like just they got no problem calling penalties in favor of the Chiefs, but hey, you call them out and they're so quick on the defense and they're so quick to gaslight. Like, oh, we didn't do that. We don't know what you're talking about. Like, oh, that's insulting. That's preposterous. No, the fuck it is not. Y'all motherfuckers need to be held the fuck accountable. Like, what is y'all even doing, man? I swear to God. Fucking Helen Keller could make better calls than you dumb sons of bitches. The refs in 2012 that even called the failed Mary with the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks could make better calls than you dumb sons of bitches. Ray Charles could make a better call. Like, holy shit. The sooner you guys hold yourselves accountable, the easier oh my God. The sooner you dumb sons of bitches hold yourselves accountable, the easier life is going to be. And the easier it'll be to get out of the state or the opposing stadium that the Kansas City Chiefs are playing in. Are you fucking mental? Y'all should consider yourselves fucking lucky that you don't have a bigger target on your back than Mavericks GM Nico Harrison. We're going to get to him in a bit. Don't think I forgot about your dumbass Nico Harrison. Why? Because you made the dumbest trade in NBA history, and it's not even close. It's not even close. Oy. I might need a blood pressure pill. I ain't even gonna lie. Let me catch my breath real quick. Man. Look, I love yelling and everything like that, being on the level of John Taffer, and basically making sure that, like, hey, you are a dumb son of a bitch, and it's time that somebody put you in your fucking place, and you realize that. But no, the fact that the refs want to be like, oh, well, we don't know what you're talking about. Like to even assume that we made so many more penalties in favor of the Chiefs instead of the other team, and or this the fact, or if you want to say that we made more penalty calls in favor of the Chiefs instead of calling it right down the line, that's insulting and preposterous. No, the fuck it's not. There's a lot of things that lie, but numbers ain't fucking one of them, you dumb sons of bitches. Oy. It's like, I'm honestly at a loss of words, and I swear, it's insane. Look, I get, like I said last segment, oh hey, if we go overseas to like Germany, Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, or whatever, Spain, or even the Nordic countries, Denmark, Sweden, Norway. That's it. Like, hey, we should be making, or the rest should be making penalty calls in the language that is spoken of the country that we go to. But for the refs to even be out there and make the statement like, oh, we didn't make calls in favor of the Chiefs just so that they could have a good season, that's insulting. That's preposterous. Again, a lot of things lie, numbers fucking don't. But I mean, what's crazy, so I believe last night we did a video. I want to say a fuck around find out video, or like, hey, the ball doesn't lie kind of video. It was Michigan versus South Carolina in the Outback Bowl. Hold up. Before we get into the next segment, we got somebody joining us here. And here he is.
Drink in my cup, in my hand. Oh, so my youth, cause they know I'm the man. Oh, so my youth, cause they know I'm the man. Oh, so my youth, cause they know I'm the man. Drink in my cup, in my hand. Oh, so my youth, cause they know I'm the man. Oh, so my youth, cause they know I'm the man. Oh, so my youth, cause they know I'm the man.
Drink in my cup, in my hand. Blow on my duke, cause they know I'm the man. I'm in the VIP cause I'm very important. Unfortunately, I see some niggas I can't stand. So I step to them suckers, think in front of them like I should. We can settle this now, we can settle this in the hood. So what y'all wanna do? I gotta...
All right, here he is, the big man himself, Spicy Big Mac. What is going on, my man?
What's going on, brother? Happy to be here,
ain't
man.
Nothing but a G thing. You already know. Another Friday is here, and another week is in the books.
Man, I see that facial hair coming in real nice.
Yeah,
I see that facial hair coming in real nice.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. Well, look, I got a lot to accomplish next week. Unfortunately, this beautiful facial hair is going to have to go, mostly because I got to be in military uniform, and with military uniform, you got to be clean cut.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why I said, I'm like, I see you.
Yes, sir. So like I was talking about in the first segment, we've seen NFL games be played in Mexico, Brazil, and most commonly German. And head ref Sean Hockley made a full start call in German, but also was like, hey, it's going to be between German and English. So when it comes to certain games that are played overseas, should we use the language that is spoken in that country for penalties that are called?
I mean, I feel like we should definitely be able to have somebody on the sideline that can call it in German in Germany and also in English in Germany. Like
Yeah.
there's no reason why you can't have an announcer do both.
Yeah. No.
It's not like it's it's time holding penalty on the offense.
I mean,
Holding
hell, even if
penalty
the
on the defense.
commentary was in German, I'd still tune in for that.
I mean, yeah, I mean it could be in German. Like I'll say this: football fans will have no issue. It can
No.
be in any language. We know what it is.
Yeah,
Like
we already know that we're gonna have a good time.
we know what this means. We know what this means. We know what
Mhm.
this means.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it's basic stuff here.
Yeah, it's essentially basic math. And, I mean, like I said, when it comes to overseas games, yeah, I think the refs should really learn the language that, like, oh, hey, we're playing a game in, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Spain, Germany, France, so on and so forth. Like, hey, let's call penalties in their language. We're in their house.
No, I mean absolutely. I mean it makes sense. Like why wouldn't you?
Oh yeah. But like I've been ranting on for, I want to say, the last 5-10 minutes or so. Speaking of the refs, this season's refs really need to be held the fuck accountable, because they are they're gaslighting the shit out of themselves, and they need to get their heads out of the Chiefs and Mahomes' ass, because they're like, oh, well, we didn't call that many penalties in favor of the Chiefs. The amount of penalties that were called for the Chiefs was 36. The opponents that they played, 66. They were like, the rest were in favor. I believe the Chiefs were number 2 in penalties called for this season, and it's insane.
I mean, see, that's the whole thing is, okay, yes, they had a lot of penalties called against them, okay, but they also had a lot of penalties go their way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they also got a lot of good spots of the football. Like there was a lot of things that definitely swung their way, and the refs definitely helped them out. Now, yes, the refs can't put the ball in the end zone for them, but the whole thing is that they you know what I mean, they happen to get a real close call down the field, and the ref can throw a flag on it. There were some suspect flags being thrown.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the game between the Chiefs and the Bengals, or even look at the game between the Chiefs and the Falcons. Like, yo, how is that pass interference, and how is that not pass interference? Like, please, by all means, take your time to explain it to us.
Yeah, no, it's it's just
I mean, it's
one of those
absolutely
things,
crazy that
man. Like,
one was
hey,
called pass
listen,
interference and the other wasn't called pass interference.
I will say this: like, Tom Brady got the same type of calls.
Oh yeah, no, and out of the
They literally made the tuck rule for him.
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like
So-
I said, out of the 5 years that the Patriots were dominating the AFC, and 3 of the years that they went to the Super Bowl, oh yeah, they were definitely up there in the top 10 of penalties being called for them.
Yeah, no, and again, it puts me in that position where it's just like what you're saying is completely true.
Yeah,
In a certain perspective, which covers a lot of it. It does, because when you look at it as a whole, it's hard not to recognize that.
mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, at this point, like we're seeing that plain as day. It's Vegas has obviously got to have some type of control on everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, look,
There's
the
just been
fact
too
that
many coincidental
the fact
things
that
that
the
has
Chiefs
happened.
even scored 30 points for the first time, and it was, I believe, in the AFC Championship. Like, are you kidding me? You scored 30 points for the first time this year, and it's in one game where clearly the MVP, Josh Allen, should have won.
Mm. Let's not talk about the MVP, bro. That if they gave that up to him as a runner-up consolation prize, just it's like, you know what, Lamar's won it twice. You know, do we really want to give it to him again? Well, you know what, he played such a good game against Patrick Mahomes, and it was you know, a spot of the ball could have changed that game. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give it to Josh Allen. Josh Allen's gonna get it this year.
Okay, look,
You know what?
Lamar may have
Listen, listen.
he may have had the
Give
better
it to him.
numbers.
Give it to him. Give
Look,
it to him.
Lamar may have had the better numbers, but Josh Allen played his freaking ass off.
I mean,
He's also the reason why the Chiefs have one of their two losses.
yeah, no, I mean, I give that to you. Like that was like, the whole thing is they put all their power out at the end of the season when they played them during the regular season. Too bad they couldn't have done that in the fucking playoffs, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. That's it. Yeah, no, that's agreed. That is agreed. But speaking of ball placement, like, I honestly don't get the NFL sometimes. I mean, we are in 2025. Fucking tennis has the technology to be like, oh, was the ball in or was it out? You know, and they have the technology to determine that. The fucking UFL, that makes a shit ton less than the NFL, has a chip in the ball to determine the ball placement. And they damn sure don't need the chain gang.
Yeah, no, I mean, 100%. Like, I 100%. I'm with you on that one, and I think that this is the biggest problem is, okay, what microchip, what thing are you going to put in the football? How is it going to affect the football? Like, you have to understand. I promise you, they're testing this shit out right now.
Oh,
and the thing is,
better this off season.
But that's the whole thing is, you have to understand, it's going to have to go through hundreds and hundreds and thousands of throws. They're going to have to throw it at the ground. They're going to have to throw it in the air, let it bounce down, let people catch it. Like, you're going to have to see how tough it is, how accurate it's going to read. Like, all of these things matter. And then the whole thing is the placement of the microchip.
Yeah.
What happens if you have it microchipped to where it's in the center of the ball? So you know wherever that is, it's 6 inches that way is where the tip of it is. So say the microchip gets knocked loose and gets hit towards the edge. Like, I'm just saying, like, these are the things that are going into this. Trust me, the technology is going to come. It's going to come.
Yeah, no, and I definitely agree with what you're saying. But, I mean, at the same time, after this year's AFC Championship, the way that the Bills essentially went for the tush push, and Allen clearly got the first down, but the rest was like, nah, he was short. Like, no, he clearly got passed down the first down marker that we see on TV. But if there was a fucking chip inside of that ball, it would have determined, like, hey, that's a first down.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like I said, I'm completely with you in this case. Like, there's no exactly.
Yeah, no,
it definitely would be more accurate than the refs.
For sure.
Again, it's just one of those things, man. It's going to come with when the technology is completely ready, when it's tested, when they know 100% with accuracy, they know what they have.
Yeah. No, I think completely agree.
Without a shadow of a doubt, it's going to be there.
And like even said, the NFL is going to take their sweet ass time to make sure that this shit gets fucking approved.
Well, I mean, but that's my whole thing is, I see it happening sometime in the next couple years.
Yeah,
like you got to think with all the next gen stats, with all of the I guess you say investment in technology that the NFL has done. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
safety, the caps. Trust me, they're branching out to make this easy as hell to read, to track. Because the whole thing is, the more stats, the more analytics, the more views, the more everything. It's the more people you get interested into it.
Yes. No,
And for me, that's the bread and butter, man.
It really is. I mean, look, I see it like this. Y'all have enough money to update the digital score box that we see on TV with Fox and CBS and everything like that, but y'all don't have enough money to invest in a chip to be put inside the ball to determine the first down. I mean, there was 1 year where the refs had to literally use a index card to determine whether the ball was past the first down line or not.
Yeah, no, I mean, but we've seen similar things like that before. We've seen them fucking, take one of their caps off and let it nope, fourth down or fucking turnover on downs like that.
Yeah, I mean, look, even if I'm a ref, like even if I gotta get full body on the ground just to see if that ball is past the chain gang, I will do that. I'm not gonna use the fucking hat or an index card for that matter.
Mac needs a belt. No. In this case, I'm Andre the Giant. Okay, I don't need a belt. I'm just the big guy. That's all. I'm just happy being the Giant.
Hey, Fender, I'll tell you who needs a belt. My boy Pickle Rick here. Pickle Rick! Oh, man. But, man, there's a lot of things that have been going on right now. But we're going to move on to some college football. And honestly, it really didn't take long for North Carolina's newly signed head coach, Bill Belichick, to get to work. This man is not only out here trying to recruit football players to play for North Carolina, but he is also out here trying to recruit lacrosse players that have already committed to North Carolina lacrosse. Now, is Bill Belichick recruiting lacrosse players to be, dual athletes for North Carolina a good sign or like a good start for him being the head coach of North Carolina?
Just a question for you. How many professional lacrosse players are there in the world?
I mean, right now they're coming out of high school, but there's I want to say 3 players that have committed to North Carolina lacrosse.
No,
They're also going to be playing football for North Carolina.
No, but that's what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? How many professional lacrosse players are there in the world?
Oh, there's a lot. I mean, I'm even watching a game on ESPN Plus called the National Lacrosse League.
Never heard of it. I didn't know there was professional lacrosse.
Oh, dude, I highly suggest it. We got the Premier Lacrosse League coming up next Tuesday. Oh my God. A very fast-paced sport. It's like hockey meets football.
No. I've played lacrosse. I've seen lacrosse. I've seen college lacrosse. I didn't know there was professional lacrosse.
There is.
Okay, well, do you think they get paid anywhere near what the NFL players get paid?
Not that I know of. Hell no.
Okay. So but that's what I'm saying is you can go play lacrosse in hopes to make it big in lacrosse.
Yeah.
Or you come over here and play football, and we might be able to get you to the old NFLer, okay? Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, touche.
This is Belichick. He has a football mind. Understand that, he has been like this, and it's crazy. And this is why he's one of the best coaches. He coaches the player. Listen, you do your one job. I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. Okay, when I call this play, you're going to run over here and you're going to protect this zone. Okay, or listen, on this one, what you're going to do is you're going to loop around him from the defensive line. You're going to loop around the defensive tackle, and you're going to blitz that quarterback, or you're going to that backfield. Okay, you're hunting. I want you to swing around and hunt. That's all you're going to do. Every time I call this play, this is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to do that one thing. And everybody gets a breakdown. This is your job on this play. So every play, you know your job. This is what you do. This is all you have to do. You do your job. Don't fuck up your job. Just don't fuck up your job.
Yeah.
And that's why he's a great coach. Because if you can sit there and you can teach everybody the individual thing, and then you come together as a team, shit. This is a business, man.
I'll say this. The fact that he's bringing in offensive players on the side of lacrosse to play UNC football, it'll be interesting to see how things go. And, man, I mean,
all I'm saying is imagine having a couple of the big defenders as tight ends.
Bro, I played defense for lacrosse, and man, oh, man, was it ever fun.
So, like I said, you throw one of them guys in a tight end, one of them at fullback, you know what I mean? Grab one of them, have them as a defensive lineman or a linebacker, so somebody to drop back in coverage and run with somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like these guys are sideline to sideline runners. Most of the lacrosse players I've seen that are good, you could drop them and put them in as a middle linebacker, and they could cover very well.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, hey, they'd even give Travis Hunter a run for his fucking money, you know, being a two-way player.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Listen to me. When I tell you, when I promise you, if there is one kid I'm going to sit here and I would put all my chips on, okay, I would give up a first and second round, my first and second round, okay? As a matter of fact, next year's third round, 1, 2, and a 3-round pick to trade up to be able to get Hunter. To understand that he is going to be electric, okay, on offense.
And I believe I want to say former girlfriend let it be known, like, hey, I was playing him. Girl, we don't need a bigger villain in the NFL the same way that Luka Doncic is about to be a big fucking villain in the NBA. We're about to get into Luka Doncic in a bit. But we got a few things to talk about before we get up to that.
Yeah, no, it's a lot, man, and for me, I don't know.
No, I mean, we'll see what happens this year with the Tar Heels when it comes to football. Speaking of the Tar Heels, you know, Drake May, he might have some fun this year with Mike Vrabel being the new head coach. I believe they brought in Josh McDaniels as the offensive coordinator as well. So
good luck.
Oh, yeah. We'll see what happens. Until then, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
to hate. Andrew Anderson spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast like a punch right to your face. College sports villain. taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
All right. We are back, and now it's time to get into the juicy side of things. And Mr. Fender, I can promise you there is no bad talk about college sports villains. Hey, we're a part of it. We love it. We love being a part of it, man. Oh, man. Be sure to tune in for College Sports Villains every Thursday night at 1900 Mountain Time. That is 2100 Eastern Standard Time. But hey, so
He said he wanted me to get my belt. I went and got my belt.
hey, he got a belt. He got a belt. Oh man. All right. So we about to get into some WWE talk. One of them is probably my favorite. So there is definitely a lot of press conferences that lead up to WWE pay-per-views. And there was a press conference leading up to the Royal Rumble. And man, oh man, this one did not disappoint as HBK, Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, Triple H's best friend would come out, and aside from him, The Undertaker would also come out and let it be known that the Game, the Cerebral Assassin, the King of Kings, Triple H is going into the 2025 WWE Hall of Fame. Now, he's already a part of the Hall of Fame as a part of DX, but now he's being inducted as a singles competitor. How deserving is something like this for Triple H?
I mean, listen, for me, okay, Triple H is one of those guys to where if he's not on your Mount Rushmore, he's the next guy off of it. And if he's not, he should be.
Oh, yeah.
Triple H, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he's more of the WWE than Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
He's done more. He's had bigger matches. He's sacrificed more.
He gave us one of the best factions of all time, being Evolution.
No. We're not talking. We're not talking about DX. We're not talking about Evolution. We're talking about singles competitor Triple H. Okay,
Yeah.
we're talking Hell in a Cell Triple H. Okay,
Yeah.
we're
name any kind of match Triple H has competed.
Elimination Chamber Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like understand, like we're not talking about anything outside of just what he did as a singles competitor in that ring. How entertaining was he? When I tell you, we like the fact that you can get into it, and we all know it's bits of fantasy, but the whole thing is that's a real guy in there doing that. Okay, he's really portraying
so passionate about the business. It was insane.
But and that's the point. Okay, when you're talking about one of the greatest guys to ever do it, as far as on the mic, as far as in the ring, as far as behind the scenes, I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that was the trophy.
Were credited. She was taking nuclear bombs during the Attitude Era.
Yeah. I mean, again, well deserving of it. I mean, I look forward to seeing, what he does in the second half of his career.
Oh, for sure. I mean, right now, he's essentially brought the WWE back into, I don't want to say relevancy, but he's made it entertaining again. We don't have to see big time talent wasted with Vince McMahon being at the helm. Like Triple H is essentially like Paul Heyman. He has an eye for talent. He has a knack for talent. And on top of that, he is also a man of the people. Like the people know what they want, and Triple H is like, I bet we gonna push this guy. I mean, right now, Finn Balor is expected to be get a big push this year, and oh my god, I mean, even this year's Royal Rumble did not disappoint. Now there were a few questionable calls with some of the placement and the people that came out for certain numbers. We're gonna get to that in a bit. But yeah, as far as him being in the WWE Hall of Fame as a singles competitor, man, it doesn't get any more better than him being in there. And just, yeah.
Yep. I mean, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, for me, he's one of the greatest to ever do it. I mean, he's top 5 for me of all time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you know what I mean? Like you can book him. There's not one person from any decade, any era that you can't put him in the ring against and him succeed. And exceed all expectations.
Oh yeah. I mean, the dude had a rivalry with Mick Foley, and that shit was even entertaining.
I mean, even though everybody can clown on Mick Foley was one hell of a wrestler.
Oh, absolutely. That dude, the dude got thrown off of Hell in a Cell, and somehow he's still standing to this day.
Well, no, I'm talking about actual wrestling, not just like the crazy shit is how he got his foot in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he could actually wrestle. So if you go back and look, like he was a high school wrestler and everything, he understood. He learned how to chain wrestle. He went through all that. Now, was he a guy that was going to go lift weights and do all that? No, but he could wrestle with anybody.
Oh, for sure.
Now, again, the crazy shit is what made him marketable. That's the character that he sold, and he did that very fucking well. But as far as a wrestler, like Mick Foley was a damn good wrestler.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He could sell with anybody. So that right there for me, that once I got into backyard wrestling and I figured out what wrestling was, like especially if you're going to make a show of it for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like doing backyard wrestling, just trying to hurt each other, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Okay. But doing it in front of people to make each other look good is when somebody's suplexing you, I have to bounce. I've got to push. I got to jump to make sure you get me up and then plant me. If I don't jump, you're gonna wind up dropping me on my goddamn neck.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Shit like that is, I mean, and it's not just it's a lot of moves that you have to work together, and you know what I mean. It's usually the harder I work, the better you look. The harder you work, the better I look.
Oh, absolutely. And look, I mean, Triple H himself has even said this, like, yo, yeah, we're in the entertainment business, but hey, at the end of the day, we're still out here trying to protect one another and make sure that, none of us go through some career-ending injuries and everything like that. And it's true.
Yeah, no, for sure. But again, shout out to him. I'm very happy that he's now in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no.
Is Vince McMahon in the Hall of Fame already?
I'm not 100% sure that he is. I'll definitely have to look that up, but yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Oh my
He ne-
god, that'd be crazy.
If he never gets in WWE Hall of Fame, they're just like,
Oh.
no, we're not going down that road again. It's
Especially
time.
if you've seen the 4-episode series, Mr. McMahon on Netflix. Look, I watched it. I was like, God damn, dude.
Oh,
Like, is there
man.
anything you won't do just for viewership?
Listen, all I'm saying is that's the shit that they talked about because they had some proof or they had some knowledge of. Imagine
Oh, yeah.
all the shit that nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you got to think the 80s was crazy, man.
It
If
was.
you notice, even like half the shit that happened in the 80s ain't really documented. But once you
Yeah.
get to the 90s, that's when motherfuckers start tracking everything. That's when his
Mhm.
real problem started. But again, it's the whole thing is like, think of all the shit you know. Now think of all the shit you don't know. Like shit, all them ring boys, all the shit that was happening. Like Roddy Piper, understand that by the 80s, Roddy Piper was a grown man. He was in wrestling for 15 years before he became a real name in the WWE. All right.
Yeah.
So think of all them years around it with like I'm just saying, there's a lot of bad things that happened to a lot of people back then.
Yeah.
And
Unfortunately.
yeah, and a lot of people knew what was going on. A lot of people knew what was going on, and nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. I'm just saying, you go to multiple cities, and your ring announcer and one of your referees is constantly being hounded because they mess around with youngsters.
Mm.
And hold on, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but we talking about over 15 times in
Mhm.
15 different cities. It was brought up. And nothing was done.
Yes. Even the steroid fucking shit that came up. And it was like even Hulk Hogan had the most golden opportunity to be like, yeah, I use steroids because I was told to by Vince McMahon. And he was like, oh yeah, I might have done it a few times. Bro, no the fuck you did not. The amount of wrestlers that were in the WWE at the time that used steroids is insane. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels were probably the most naturally built guys, but Shawn Michaels was also coked out of his mind.
Sir, listen. As much as I respect you, every one of them was doping at one point.
Oh yeah,
I'm just telling you. You look at Bret Hart when he was 18, 19 years old. Look at Bret Hart when he was 23.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you're talking about like 40 pounds of muscle, bro.
No, that's true. I mean, look, I'm
jumping
comparing,
from
Bret Hart
190
to
to almost 200 pounds to 240 pounds. That's 40 pounds of muscle, my man. That shit just don't, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying they stay on it because a lot of guys don't. A lot of guys will juice up. They'll jack up a size and then they'll eat, and they can maintain that size. But the guys who keep pumping, those are the guys that you start to see. They just look like fucking, superheroes and shit.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was about to say. Like I'm comparing Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels to guys like the Ultimate Warrior, Lex Luger, fucking obviously Hulk Hogan, because we already know that Hulk Hogan was definitely juicing at that point in time during the golden era.
I'll say this: you want to name a guy? I'm naming a guy like Dean Malenko.
Ooh, okay.
So damn good wrestler all around, decent,
very good technical wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he was amazing.
Yes,
but my whole thing is he wasn't juicing.
I don't know about that.
No, but it was in the WWE. Listen, Vince McMahon wanted everybody bigger. He wanted his stars bigger, faster, stronger. That's what it was. Now, don't get me wrong. Like where some people are like, "Oh man, steroids bad," blah 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 blah. For me, I'm like, listen, there's a risk that comes with it. If you're willing to take that risk, fuck it. I was like, listen to me. I want to make a league. I want to call it the Steroid Baseball League. I just want to have a bunch of juiced up motherfuckers. Okay, Listen. Each team has fucking 10 motherfuckers, right? This is how we gonna do it. You gonna get 10 at bats. We gonna get 10 at bats, right? There's only there's 2 innings. If it's a tie after the 2 innings, there's a third inning, and
All
it's
right.
just guess what? You have one pitcher. All you're doing is throwing. Every home run you get, that's a point.
Ooh, okay.
That's it. There's no bases. There's no none of that. It's a motherfucker. You got to either strike them out or they got to hit a home run. If they don't hit a home run, they 3 strikes. Go sit down. Next batter up.
So
gotta
like
go
the
through
home
all
run
10.
derby, but instead of just watching it go, they run around the bases.
No, they hit the home run. That's a point. They go sit down. Next guy comes up.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying.
So that's how they score the points. And there's 2 innings. And like I said, after it's rotates. So one team gets to go all the way through the 10 guys, right? And then boom, the other team goes up. Boom, they get 10 guys.
Okay.
Once their guys strike out, the other team goes up, and vice versa. Like I said, if it's a tie, there'll be one more. And then after that, done. But that just a bunch of steroid juiced up motherfuckers swinging to kill that baseball. That motherfucker.
Oh man, bro, like I even showed my wife the Sammy Sosa home run derby. Like, hey, yo, I'm this many drinks deep, but at the same time, hey, this is how I'm performing. Like, hey, if we were to play softball, t-ball, fucking whatever, I'm launching fucking nukes and sending them. I don't care. I do not even care. No feelings whatsoever.
I will say this 100%. Like I've hit a couple nice dingers, but bro, I'm gonna hit 120 mile an hour line drive at your. That's what I want to hit a lot of times. I want to hit line drives. Then motherfuckers just pew, off the bat. You might be like, oh shit. Where to go? My fat ass is
fucking yeah, my man. Oh,
boogieing around the bases.
Oh my God in heaven. But we're gonna stay on the topic of the WWE as the Royal Rumble has come and gone. And man, oh man, in my opinion, there were only 2 matches that stood out. One of those matches would be Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship in a ladder match. And right now, we are literally on the verge of seeing Cody Rhodes going to Homelander Rhodes. If you know the reference of Homelander, you know. If you've seen The Boys, you know. But look, he would still go on to remain the WWE champion. But on top of that, the men's Royal Rumble was also one to watch, and it did not disappoint. As in the end, main event, Jey Uso would go on and win the Royal Rumble. Wow, oh wow. Now, was Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble a good move for WWE?
Yeah. Dude, I will say this, man. Both the Usos by themselves are great wrestlers. Okay, they could go singles, they could go doubles. It doesn't matter. But yes, having them push him in a singles competition, bro, you're not going to tell me he yes, he could go for the heavyweight championship. He could go for whatever. But me personally, I would have liked to see him go the Intercontinental way, but this is a big win. This is a big win, regardless of what happens, regardless whether he wins the actual big title or not. Okay, this is a big win for him because he's going to get a push.
Oh yeah, for sure,
and rightly so. Like he deserves a push.
Oh yeah, and he really does. I mean, look, he won the Intercontinental Championship. I mean. Everybody in attendance when he won the Intercontinental Championship was so proud of him. Bro, I got chills and was even shedding tears of like, bro, you fucking deserve this, all right? You really went from being Roman's right-hand man to obviously being what you call yourself, main event J fucking Uso. You know, you're in main events, even
I
on
just won a $20 bet.
oh, say what?
I said I just won a $20 bet. I bet $1 on the NBA games and just hit my parlay.
Oh, we're about to get into the NBA. Don't you worry about that. But I mean, yes. Like, look, Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble was definitely a good move for WWE. And hey, like it says right here, the fans love him. I mean, we are literally seeing a Yeet concert every time that he comes out. And oh my God, the amount of fun that the fans are having, that he's having, the promos that he can cut, it's unreal.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's a phenomenal wrestler. I mean,
Mhm.
he knows what he's doing. He's gonna
Oh,
have
yeah.
success.
Yeah, no, like I wish him nothing but success. Hopefully he wins the title at WrestleMania, regardless of who he picks to face at WrestleMania. I really hope that it's Gunther, because I really want to see a heel Cody Rhodes, or we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But for right now, we're gonna move on from the WWE to, like you just mentioned earlier, the NBA, as Jimmy Butler has oh shit. Anyways, as Jimmy Butler, sorry, I'm watching the Chicago Blackhawks take on Nashville Predators. We got a fight on our hands.
Fuck them Predators up. Fuck them Predators up. Break the fucking
Oh
leg.
my God,
Take your
bro,
skate up.
the
Take your skate
Blackhawks
up and cut a motherfucker with it.
Predators, they are up 4-1, and there's 40 seconds left in the second period. But hey, it's okay. The Nashville Predators are going to win the goddamn Stanley Cup.
Look, guess what? So I just checked my other parlay. So my $300 parlay, I need Laurie Marketing to get 10 points. $300.
Oh, he'll get 10 points easily.
That
He'll get 10 points like it's fucking nothing.
so
But-
I'm pumped. I'm pumped. This is a great Friday. This is a great fucking Friday.
Hell yeah. Hey, every Friday is obviously a great fucking Friday, and it's not even close.
Well, I mean, I'm unfortunately I'm not here every Friday. So it's not always great for me, but when I'm here, it's great. It's great.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look. Hey, I'm just saying,
I tried.
Friday is
man.
the
I
greatest
tried.
day out of the week. I'm just saying.
Oh no, man! I
anyways,
love my
like
Sundays.
Say what?
I said, I don't know, man. I love my Sundays.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to be getting much Sundays once February 9th has come and gone.
What
But
do you mean?
yeah, like I was saying, Jimmy Butler has found himself a new home in the Bay Area, as he would be traded from the Miami Heat to the Golden State Warriors, and on top of that, sign a 2-year, $121 million contract. Now, right now, the Golden State Warriors are on the outside looking in. They are, as far as the play-in tournament goes. But does bringing in Jimmy Butler make the Warriors a contender for a championship this year?
No. This is not Jimmy Butler of even 2 or 3 years ago. Like, this is not the same guy. I don't know what Jimmy Butler you've been watching, but the Jimmy Butler I've been watching, nah.
Oh yeah, no, like I was hearing things of him in the news and everything like that. It's like, no.
Like my whole thing is you've had plenty of chances to sit here and score over 20 points night in and night out, and you loaf. You loaf on defense. You loaf on offense. You give up the ball. Turnover. Like I sat here and watched multiple games this year with the Heat because I love betting on fucking Tyler Hero. And yet, bro, garbage. Bet on Jimmy Butler to get fucking 10 points, he gets 8 points. Bet on Jimmy Butler to get 15 points, he gets 12 points. I'm like, goddamn, how you just keep letting me down. You know what I mean? Like, how low can it go? I bet, like, when I bet on him for 10 points and he didn't score 10 points, I said, nah, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I'm not betting on you anymore, sir. You're not worthy of my bets.
Look, you might be in, somewhat of a good place with Steph Curry and Draymond Green and everything like that. But bro,
Draymond Green ain't nobody.
Yeah,
Draymond Green is nobody.
Dude is literally averaging Kendrick Perkins' career numbers. Dude is literally averaging a single triple. The only thing that the Warriors have going for them right now is Steph Curry and his sniper shots, and that's it.
Yeah, bro, and that's not even hitting anymore.
No, it's not.
Like Wiggins, no. Wiggins was the best thing on that fucking team. To keep it a buck. Wiggins carried that team so many nights.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sorry, like Steph Curry ain't who he used to be. And I get that.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that, post Kevin Durant, they were still able to win the NBA championship and everything like that. I believe in like 2021 or 2022 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, but yeah, look, Golden State Warriors, your time has come. But you're not winning any more championships.
Oh yeah. That's over. That's been over. That's been over.
Yeah. Now it's time for guys like Donovan Mitchell or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to fucking eat and lead Oklahoma City or the Cleveland Cavaliers to a championship.
Listen, if Chet gets healthy and stays healthy and continues to play, and I believe he played tonight. So again, he continues to play. They got Hartenstein. They've got Joe. They got Dortz. They got fucking Williams. They got Alexander. They've got a bench. They've got a team. The Thunder should win the West.
Oh yeah, no, ain't no doubt about that. I mean, look, some people might say like, "Hey, sleep on the Rockets," but they up there.
No. They're too hit and miss. They're too hit and miss, bro. I've watched them enough. I like betting on Seagun because I mean, dude, like when he plays against guys that are his size or teams that like to do small ball, he gets double doubles, and that's what I bet him for when he plays certain teams that play small ball. All right, but if he plays anybody, like he plays New York, he's a nobody. He's a nobody. You'll be lucky he gets 6 rebounds and 12 points. Like I'm being honest. Not doing wrong. He's had a couple good games. Yep. I'm not saying he hasn't, but I'm saying more often than not, he's a bystander when you're talking about the big name like Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Look at the stats against him. So I mean, like in that nature, you got your Jokic, you've got what I'm talking about. It's sure. Different. It's even Wemby. Even when they played against Wemby was looking like a goddamn monster.
Yeah,
but,
he really was.
They're a good
no doubt
team.
About that.
They're a young team. They can keep up with a lot of people. But the problem is if Seagun ain't on, if Green ain't on, if Thompson ain't on, Van Fleet is too old to try to fucking carry that goddamn team.
Yeah,
he can't. You're not going to expect him to get to the playoffs and Van Fleet to put up 20 fucking points.
Yeah,
every night.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
His best years were essentially wasted in Toronto.
Nah, he got a ring.
Oh yeah, no. Well, he got
a ring with Siakam.
A ring.
Yeah, he got a ring with Siakam.
Yeah, no, he did. I'm not going to deny that.
So no, but that's what I'm saying. Like he's a good player, but his best years are behind him. But understanding that, like, he's a great role player. He's good at what he does. Yes. But the whole thing is, like, he's not going to be able to put up 20 points and, 8 assists and 5 rebounds like that. Like, if you expect him to put up numbers like that for 3, 4, 5 games in a row, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, whereas though this team is very good and very young, they're maybe a piece or two away from being a real contender. They're probably going to make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to go very far in the playoffs.
No. Yeah. No, I really don't think the Rockets will go very far as far as the playoffs go. But speaking of the playoffs and speaking of Texas teams, we literally witnessed the dumbest trade in NBA history, and it wasn't even close. Oh no, the fucking new GM, Nico Harrison, that comes in 2021 and and sees Luka like, oh, he can't stay in shape, he can't stay healthy, he can't do this, he can't do that. Motherfucker, if Luka Doncic is 300 fucking pounds, but still averaging a triple double, I'm okay with that. Hell, he literally carried the Dallas fucking Mavericks to the fucking NBA Finals. But, oh no, Nico Harrison knows what's best
How
for
much
the
did
Dallas
Luka
Mavericks
Doncic
franchise
weigh?
and decided to trade away the Mavericks franchise guy for a literal bag of chips and an injury-prone Anthony Davis, who's so injury-prone, you would have thought he is Mr. Glass from the movie Unbreakable. Honestly, I'm still surprised that Dallas is even still standing right now because of how pissed Mavericks fans are. Now, was trading Luka to the Lakers a good move for the Mavericks?
Okay, so Luke ain't no 300 pounds.
No.
Okay, so Luca is currently sitting around 269 pounds. That's what it says.
Okay.
And they
Well,
told
it was
him
more of a
that
exaggerated
he
kind of
needs to be under 230. I just pulled it up. And
Yeah.
and that's what it was. Is because he weighs pretty much 270 pounds and they want him to weigh 230 pounds. I mean, Luke is like an inch taller than me. Okay.
Mhm.
270 pounds is not like, that's a little overweight. That is not big time overweight, especially considering that, he's probably got a hell of a lot more muscle in his mass than I do.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, no, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It really is. I mean, for like, bro, Nico Harrison should have eyes in the back of his head because, like, even when you have a fan base, like the Dallas Mavericks Instagram page had 5.6 million people following them. After the Luka trade, they were down to like 4.7 million. Like, they lost that many fans overnight just because it was like, yo, this can't be real.
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, dude, it's happened so many times to the point to where it's like this is no longer surprising stuff for me. Like, it doesn't surprise me. I mean,
I don't
they got
know.
Anthony
That trade
Davis.
to me was definitely surprising, and the amount of stuff that was happening outside of the Mavericks arena, I don't blame Dallas fans in the least.
I mean, see, the whole standpoint of it is, though, like, Anthony Davis can essentially average, like, every other game he can have 20 points and 10 rebounds. Every other game he can do that for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a star. He's definitely he's more than a blue chip. Okay.
Hey, look, if he's
Oh, yeah,
300 pounds and still averaging a triple double, I ain't gonna give a fuck.
yeah. No. So I thought
Get us some
I thought
goddamn
he
wins.
said 300 because that's what they were saying. He
Yeah.
was weighing right now. That's why I looked it
yeah.
up
Look,
because I
if you're
wanted to
gonna
see how
get
much
us some
he
wins,
actually
get us
weighed.
some fucking wins. That at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure. It should never matter what you look like. Now,
Yeah.
granted, you know what I'm saying? You get up to 320 pounds, then Yeah, we got an issue, big man. We got an issue.
Hey,
Okay.
look, all I'm saying is if you can still do the moves that you're doing at 300 pounds and still pull up from like damn near half court, and at the end of the day, we're getting wins and we're in within shouting distance of the NBA playoffs, bro, it don't matter. I'll put you on a diet plan. I'll get you a personal trainer. It doesn't matter. Fucking do you and do what you love at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, for sure. But here's the whole thing. This is why there's no actual winners of this trade. Okay,
Oh.
or at least not this year, or not for at least the next couple of years. We'll see, because it's going to take some time to see what happens with each of these teams. Like, to understand that, like, right now this year you're looking at like, oh man, Luka and LeBron and all that, but LeBron's most likely going to retire, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so this is Luka's team. Luka's with the Lakers. This is
Yeah.
Luka's Lakers now.
Yeah. LA Luka.
So that's what they just did. And that's one of the reasons why the Mavericks traded him, because okay, you get Anthony Davis, okay, you're gonna get a pick and you're gonna get a player, another player. So that was the whole thing. They got their pick of the rotational players, they got their star chip. Okay, now instead of having Luka and Kyrie compete for the ball, you can have Kyrie say, listen, half the time go down there, I don't give a fuck, chuck up a nasty three. You want to know why? Because Anthony Davis is going to be right there to pick that bitch up and put it back up there. So, which
That's
is
true.
why it works. It works. The pick and roll, pick and pop, all that shit is going to work wonderfully with them too. And then you got Gafford. You can put Gafford in the fucking power forward. He can scoop up rebounds and score. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it worked out very, very well. Okay, now granted, yeah, now you got technically three starting centers, because you got Lively, you got fucking Gafford, now you got Davis, and
There you
I'm
go.
probably missing some fucking body else too. But
It is what it is.
it's a good problem to have, because the whole thing is that means you got fresh subs every motherfucking time.
Mm.
So it's like, boom, okay, you put Anthony Davis in for the first 8 minutes, right? Then pull him out, put your first sub in, right? Leave him in there for about 5 minutes. Once he starts sweating and getting tired, boom, put the other guy back in. Guess what? Bam, out in 2 minutes, Anthony Davis, you go back in. So it's like always having a fresh set of legs on a center that can run down. So you constantly have a center that can run down the court. You don't understand that. That means a lot. Embiid, that is why Embiid is now Embiid is almost out of the league. He's a fucking dinosaur. You can't run up and down the court. I watched the game tonight. I don't know if you did. Detroit fucked the 76ers up for
Yeah,
most of
I
that
mean,
goddamn
look,
game.
Embiid has sat more games than he's actually played.
Not even that, bro. The games he's playing in, listen, you're Embiid and you're ending the game with less than 6 rebounds. Don't get me wrong,
Bro.
he's had a couple good games this year, but bro, I've seen it. As soon as they get a steal, boom, they stole the ball in the paint. He was standing at the top of the key. By the time they scored, he was only at the half court,
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
walking down the court.
Oh my
walking
God,
down the
he's
court.
turning into fucking Ben Simmons.
No. He's turning into the fucking the late fucking 2000 Shaq.
Oh, so
Remember
prior
Shaq with the
Miami-
Cavs? Remember
so
Shaq with
after
Boston?
Miami Heat, Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes, you're talking Cavaliers, Boston,
Yeah,
Like-
okay, yep.
Phoenix.
Yes.
Old motherfucker, like Shaq would just walk down the court.
Yeah.
And then
Well, I mean, look, the
Hmm.
only difference is Shaq got his ring, so he was just like, hey, you know what? I'm going to just do me. But at the same time, like, Embiid, what are you doing if you are literally walking down to half court and not even putting in 100% of the effort? The fuck are you even doing right now, dog?
Thank you. Yes. It's sad for me to have to see that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But
I mean, it's
Oh, no.
insane. But I mean, look, I think, in my honest opinion, I really think that Silver is so desperate for viewership that he probably had a hand in, like, hey, Dallas, trade Luka to the Lakers and make sure that the GM doesn't mention anybody. Like, you could literally see Jason Kidd's facial expression. Like, he wanted to choke the life out of the Mavericks GM because he did not even know that the trade was even going down. And it was like, bro, dude, Kidd, if I'm you, I want out, and I want out ASAP because you did not inform me of this fucking shit. And the fact that the Lakers were the only team, you put Luka Doncic on the goddamn market for all NBA teams, oh my God, the haul that would come back would be insane.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. The biggest thing the Lakers just won on is because Luka got traded and didn't stay with his original team, so he only gets the regular max. He doesn't get the super max contract. Right there, just bro, that's that. What is it? It's almost $10 million a year that they're saving because he only gets the max contract.
He's well deserving of the super max, so he brought them to
listen to me. Whether or not
last year.
Whether or not he can't get the super max because he got traded. You have to stay with your what is it, your original team for what is it, 5 years or something?
He's been there for, I believe, 5 years.
So yeah, this is his 5th year. You have to complete the first 5 years for you to be eligible.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. He didn't complete this year, so he got traded to the Lakers. So because he got traded to the Lakers, he's only going to get the max contract. He's not going to get a super max contract.
Yeah.
So that it's
the
like
fucking
GM
like thought he knew what was best.
It's like from 30 some million dollars a year to almost 40 some million dollars a year. That's the difference. About a $10 million difference. But that's what I'm saying, though. The Lakers just saved $10 million a year because they only have to pay him, or they can only pay him the max contract. It's not like the Lakers can choose to pay him more. No, max contract is max contract. That's how much money you can get. You can pay a person because the way the cap is structured.
No, and I get that, but at the same time, it's like, yo, like this GM had no fucking clue of what he was doing. You know, you're coming off of NBA Finals appearance the year prior, and then on top of that, yes, Luka has been injured since December and everything like that. But for you to sit there and say you think you know what's best for the team, Mark Cuban himself even said that he would rather divorce his wife before trading Luka Doncic.
Does Mark Cuban own the Mavericks still?
Not anymore. No, but hey,
then there you go. There you go.
Though. But
no, I mean,
obviously the new Mavericks GM didn't see it that way, and it was like, bro, you are the most wanted man in Dallas right now. You better have eyes in the back of your head. You better have a security better than Mr. Tipton from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Like, you better be that well guarded because Mavericks fans are coming after you. Your sales and tickets are about to go down because you literally traded your franchise player for a fucking bag of chips.
I mean, I will say this, okay? If they can pick up a good rebounding defensive center for LA, for the Lakers, sky's the fucking limit, man. They could definitely compete, but I'm telling you, they're not going to be able to win the West. Okay, the Thunder are too motherfucking good. Okay,
oh, yeah.
even Minnesota would give them motherfucking problems. All right, don't get me wrong, they can be competitive because it's going to be LeBron, Luka, and whoever else they bring in.
Yeah,
but still, the West is not going to be an easy thing.
Oh no, for sure. And
but the East is only coming down to 2 teams and 2 teams only, baby. And you know who those 2 teams are?
I want to say the Cavs and the Celtics.
Yes, sir. Those are the only two teams that matter in the East. Anybody
I
else in the
have a
East?
lot more faith in Cleveland than I do Boston, because right now Boston just, I don't know. They look like the Kansas City Chiefs of this year. They look like the worst defending champions in history right now. That's my
I
opinion.
I wouldn't say that by far. I mean, they're still what I mean, they're top five.
Yeah, no, they are, but
They're
I
top five,
mean,
so they're not the worst. They're not the worst.
no, they're
Remember that
that's
Raptors team? What was their win-loss record after they won that championship again? I think when they lose like 45 games.
I'm just saying. The Celtics don't look like the best defending champions as far as this year goes.
No, I mean they've had a couple bad games, but the majority of it, like they have to play with consistency. And the problem with playing with consistency, when you've got a handful of guys who have been in and out, in and out, in and out. You know what I mean? So having that happen, it's hard to get consistency. It's hard to completely gel. But my whole thing is, as we get towards the end of the season, where you had guys that were injured in the earlier part of the season, finally getting back into the groove with the rest of the team. Like I said, there's a lot of basketball left to be played. But again, I'm looking for the Thunder in the West, and I'm looking for the Cavaliers and the Celtics from the East.
Yeah, no, like it wouldn't surprise me. Coming down to Boston and Cleveland as far as coming out of the East Coast, but I mean, hey, there's still a lot of basketball left to be played. Cleveland and OKC are straight up showing that they are the best team in both the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. So we'll see what happens, though.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. But like I said, I don't think it was a bad trade for the Mavericks. And this is why I said it's not a bad trade for anybody, but it's not a good trade for anybody, because we're going to have to see how this plays out. Because the whole thing is, bro, real shit. Anthony Davis starts, Anthony Davis plays, Anthony Davis stays healthy for the rest of the year. Say they win 70% of the games the rest of the year. They make it to the playoffs. They get hot.
I'm sorry. The Mavericks, even if Anthony Davis does, if he stays healthy, keyword if Anthony Davis does stay healthy, I'm sorry, the Mavericks are one and done in the playoffs, and it's not even close.
Depending who they go up against, they could win one series, maybe two. Again, depending on who they're playing.
Yeah.
But mark it on your calendar, February 25th, the Lakers are going to be playing the Mavericks.
Yeah. Or actually, no, April 9th. The Lakers go into Dallas.
You said April
Lakers
9th.
are going into Dallas, and I'm sorry, I just want to see.
Oh, well, Dallas is going into the Lakers.
Yes.
On February 25th. That's the one that I'm keying on. That's the one that I've already placed my bet on.
Shut up, Andrew. That's not the point.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. Luka, I understand. I trust me, I understand. Not only did we get like the Wizards get rid of John Wall and then Bradley Beal and then fucking Nakamura.
Most recently, Kyle Kuzma.
Hachimura. Then we got rid of Denny, and we shipped into Portland. Every one of our fucking first round picks that started playing well, we shipped them out year after year after year. Bro, it sucked. And now like I watched the Wizards tonight. Wizards went bang for bang with Cleveland all the way down to the last 2 minutes in the fucking fourth quarter. Okay. I bet on the Wizards. And they almost did it. They almost beat Cleveland tonight. And it's because they got rid of Kuzma.
Yeah.
When Kuzma was out and injured, bro, our team, we almost won a bunch of games. Kuzma came back, fucking 20-game fucking losing streak again. I'm so happy Kuzma is gone. So Valanciunas too, big for nothing motherfucking center. Like, bro, when I tell you I can go out there and average more fucking rebounds in an NBA game, and that motherfucker's almost 7 foot tall. So what the fuck? What are you doing here, bro?
I
Don't
don't
get me
know.
wrong, he did have a couple good games,
Yeah.
but no, he had one
Like,
game where he
my
had
thing
3
is,
rebounds.
look, the Mavericks had their guy, and the new GM just essentially came in and was like, "Hey, he can't stay in shape. There you go, LA. He's all yours. He's your problem now. Now we're not even gonna see fucking we're barely gonna even sniff the playoffs."
I mean, the whole thing is, okay, you traded one superstar for another superstar. Okay.
Oh no. Look, Anthony Davis is a lot of things, but superstar, when you compare him to Luka Doncic, ain't one of them.
That's crazy talk. You know
That
that,
ain't
right?
fucking. That's not
That's
crazy
crazy
talk.
talk.
That's
Bro, I
not
listen,
crazy talk.
listen. Again, Luka Doncic is very much okay, like LeBron James. Okay, he's essentially the white LeBron James.
Yeah.
Okay, plays very much like him. They do a lot of things similar. Okay, who AD is like nobody else.
Look, I'm sorry. When
He's
AD got
similar
traded
to
from the
some.
Pelicans, that was peak AD. Ever since he went to the Lakers, he's been injury prone. Like, you literally touch the dude, he would break. He was glass.
Okay, I will give you 2 injuries that were kind of bullshit, but the one where he got his foot stepped on twice, and the second time the guy stomped on his foot and then jumped off his foot and broke his toe. I mean, bro, they literally stepped on his toe back to back and then jumped off his foot. And there wasn't much he could do about that one. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
there wasn't. I'm not gonna deny. I'm not gonna argue
my whole
that.
thing is, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. But let's look at the AD when he was with the Lakers. Look at the year fucking COVID happened, bro. Played some of his best games. Matter of fact, last year in the playoffs, the year before that in the playoffs. Matter of fact, the year we were sitting here bitching and moaning about my fucking LeBron not beating the fucking Nuggets, and I called that bullshit. AD every other game had 20 points and over 10 rebounds. 20 points and over 10 rebounds. So for me, I'm telling, playing with Kyrie is probably the best thing for him in his career right now. Anthony Davis still runs up and down the court. As much injury prone as he is, he still runs in there and dunks and gets in traffic. He goes for rebounds. He dives. He plays ball on both sides of the court. When he stops doing that, then I'll stop calling him a superstar. But he does. He blocks shots. He gets rebounds. He sets his team up. He gets assists. Like I said, if he didn't average, 3-4 assists a game, like he's going to pitch it out. He's going to go in the paint. And they're going to suck in double team. He's going to kick it out to the open man. Like, he's a damn good ball player. That's why I said putting him with Kyrie, I can imagine Kyrie kicking into him, running around, kicking back over. Motherfuckers playing lousy defense, sucking in for Anthony Davis, trying to double, triple team him in the paint. He kicks it out. Kyrie open 3. That's going to happen 2 or 3, 4 times a game, bro. So
I mean,
I know he's not Luka. I know it looks different, but as a fan of the team, I mean, listen, my happiest thing would be, like I said, you're getting one good piece for another for a good piece. Now, you got a little Hershey kiss because the whole thing is they got picks and you got a role player. You got Maxey. Maxey was one of the best role players from the Lakers. I'm just saying,
look,
bro.
I'll say this. In the short term, yes, Dallas essentially did win the trade. But overall, you have a 25-year-old Luka Doncic, and now the Lakers can essentially sign him to a max deal and make him the face of the franchise. Basically what Dallas should have done.
Okay. I will say that, like, yes, okay. Anthony Davis is only 31, though.
Yeah,
I thought
and
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought he was like 33 or 34. That's why I was
yeah.
like, I mean,
Well, I
he's
mean,
still gonna have
for a
two or
big
three
guy,
good more
yes,
years.
he should be up there.
Yeah. No, but the whole thing is for him being 31, that means he's going to have another 4 to 5 years of production. And by production, I mean he's going to run up and down the court. He's going to move. He's going to get blocks. He's going to play defense. Now, once you get past that fifth year, 5 years from now, you know what I mean? When he's 35 to 36, that's when it's going to be iffy.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
But that's the whole thing is, you know what I mean? They look at Akeem Olajuwon. Look at your Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had lots of injuries through his career. Lots of injuries.
What? The amount of talent that Trashville has, they're gonna be a 2 seed in the NHL playoffs? Hell no! The Tennessee Titans have a better chance at winning the Super Bowl than the Predators do at being the 2 seed. Come the hell on! Oh my God! Look, I already know. I'm already man enough to admit that the Blackhawks are clearly in rebuild mode. But the amount of talent that the Predators have, there is no way that they should even be within shouting distance of the Chicago Blackhawks. And it's not even close. Get the hell up out of here. Get your head out of your goddamn ass. Like, bro, you come up with some of the most idiotic logic for your teams. But when it comes to other teams, you want to be real. Get the fuck up out of here, dude.
It's crazy because, like, the funniest shit is, so as far as hockey goes, like, don't get me wrong, I support the Capitals. I love Ovechkin, but I love watching the Philly Flyers. I love watching the Pittsburgh Penguins. I love watching the New York Rangers.
Hey,
I love the Boston Bruins. Like, and people are like, "What the fuck, man? You're a fucking traitor, man!" And I'm just like, "But I have no real hockey team." That is the beautiful thing about, like, I have Washington. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not from Washington. It's just the closest team to me.
Yeah,
So
very true.
by default, I like them. I will root for them over any team. But I'm not. I will not bleed for the Capitals. Somebody come, man, fuck the Capitals. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey. So
hey, you say fuck the Ravens, and I'll slap the shit out you. Like, what's your team, bitch? What's your team, bitch?
Hey, so real talk. We are on the verge of watching Alex Ovechkin conquer history. If he passes the great one, Wayne Gretzky, are you putting him on the NHL Mount Rushmore? As far as, like, all-time goals go?
Yes. We had this conversation, bro. Ovechkin gets a seat at the table. He is one of the greats. I mean, it's just one of those things, man.
It really is.
You've
I
got
mean,
all the
look,
stats, if you have everything behind you,
I mean, look,
there's
yeah,
no reason.
he's seen it all. He's done it all. He's a Stanley Cup champion. He is a multiple-time NHL cover athlete, MVP, Rookie of the Year. Like, again, he's seen it all. He's done it all. And yeah, no, I completely agree. He definitely deserves a seat at the table. You know, he's played with the Capitals his entire career, and man, oh man, it really doesn't get any much better than that.
Alex Ovechkin.
We talking baseball or basketball? As far as Vandy winning 9 games. Oh man.
So,
but man, oh man. It's man, there's a lot of Vandy winning 9 games in football. Oh man, Diego Pavia better be on steroids if Vandy wants to win 9 games in fucking football. Oh man, shit is
Yes. So he has 879 goals.
Mhm.
Okay. And Gretzky has 894.
Yes.
Ovechkin is in his 19th year?
Something like that. Yep.
Yeah, his 19th year. So Gretzky played for 21.
Yeah, that he did. Look, yes, Gretzky is like, I want to say 8-time MVP or something like that. It's like just below 10. He's also a multi-time Stanley Cup champion. But I mean, look, Ovechkin is him. It wouldn't surprise me if the dude downs a fifth of vodka before
Okay.
each game because he's fucking Russian.
Okay, I will say this. So Gretzky played 1,487 games. Okay, that's what he hit the goal in. Ovechkin is at 1,464. So essentially, he has 23 games. If he breaks the record in the next 23 games, that's a hard argument. If he beats Gretzky's record in under the amount of games, because now, mind you, though, like we're talking, so 80, so 14, 15 goals in 23 games. Can he do it? Can he do it? 15 goals in 23 games. Can Ovechkin do it? If he does it make him the greatest?
Ooh, that's a good argument right there.
Because now, well, I didn't break it down like this before because I didn't look at this before. Okay, now I'm looking at the games. I was looking at the years before. Now I'm looking at the years. Like, hold on, Ovechkin has been in there less. Woo! Let's go! Like,
appreciate each and every one of you 111 people tuning in right now.
Let's go. But yes, so Ovechkin, if he's got 23 games,
I think Mr. Anderson would like a word as far as the Great One versus Alexander the Great.
Again. Listen. I'm right there with you. He cannot be taken off that pedestal. I am not saying that, but I'm saying you're gonna put Ovechkin right there next to him.
Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly 100% agree.
We are not taking anything away from Gretzky, but what I'm saying is, you're going to have to put a whole hell of a lot of respect
for a reason.
You got to have to put a whole hell of a lot of respect on Alex Ovechkin's name. Like I said, he's got 23 games to score 15 goals to break the record.
Yeah.
Okay. And that means if he does that, it means he broke the record in under the games. He broke the record in under years. That right there, that's huge. That's huge. Yeah. That's huge.
I mean, look, right now, when it comes to hockey, you could probably throw it up there with football as one of the toughest championships to win when it comes to sports.
We're talking scoring. We're simply talking scoring. Okay.
No, for sure.
Because Andrew's over here naming a bunch of other people, and I'm just like, listen. We're just talking about the scoring, the longevity,
Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr. Ooh, those are some big time names. Those are some big time names.
Are they past 800 goals scored?
That's also true. Yeah.
I'm listen for me, and this is just because of how I was brought up with hockey, where we looked at stats. That's how we looked at hockey. We watched it for the fights. We looked at it for a stats perspective. Okay,
Oh,
that's how you can tell you know what I mean, certain guys apart. Like, okay, this guy's a true scorer. This guy's more of a playmaker. This guy's more of a facilitator. This guy's more defense. So you know who you're looking for as far as when you watch the games. That's how I grew up watching it because we didn't get to watch a whole lot of hockey games. I live in Baltimore City. How many hockey games do you think was coming on?
I mean, yeah, we've seen a lot of different eras when it comes to the NHL. Wayne Gretzky, there's no doubt. I mean, Jaromir Jagr deserves his flowers because of the era that he was coming up in. I believe he was in like the 90s, the 2000s. I mean, even the 2010s for crying out loud. Oh, hell no.
No,
Hell no.
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 But that's what I'm saying, though. This is what we were talking about. Okay.
Well, hey, I will say this for this comment. You know, I made a post in our group chat, the Alliance group chat, like, hey, Prime D Rose was slicing and dicing, and he was on demon time. LeBron really needed to join Wade and Bosch in order to win championships. But a certain somebody who's a fucking Titans fan out there was like, oh, well, how many Eastern Conferences did Derrick Rose win? Well, okay, now you're talking about LeBron being better than Jordan if you're trying to take LeBron's side versus Derrick Rose, who was essentially the third city saint. Obviously, the second city saint is CM Punk. There's no doubt about that.
I think he was saying it like this: like, is LeBron the GOAT because he has the scoring title now? Over because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had it, but that's the whole thing. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wasn't the GOAT. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, for a time he was, but at the same time, it's like what Michael Jordan, he did bad. Like you did 2 3-peats.
Yeah.
In the 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
In a decade. That is the greatest accomplishment in NBA history that anyone has ever seen. Okay. Not once, but twice. You did the thrice. You know what I mean? That's what makes him the greatest. But what we're talking about is from the scoring perspective is, yes, LeBron is always going to be up there. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, my whole thing is this is where they sit. Michael Jordan is here. LeBron is right here. And the only reason LeBron is right here is because of the championships that he lost. That he lost.
Yeah.
That's the separator.
Michael Jordan did not lose 2 of those coming. Bro, you got your ass kicked on your home court.
But again, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's as simple as that, man.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like it just adds to his greatness, just like it adds to Ovechkin's greatness. But the difference is, for like I said, for the reasons why I said the scoring, the amount of games he did it in, the amount of years he did it in, it's here. It's here. Yeah. With what we're talking about as far as scoring. That would be like me saying, look, when he passes, you know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that like him and Kareem are right on pretty much right here now. They're right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that's how I see it when we're talking 1-to-1 as far as scoring goes in hockey. Ovechkin is up here with the great one. He is up here. Now, the great one does a whole lot of other things a lot better than Ovechkin does. Absolutely.
There's no doubt about that.
It's like Ovechkin can fight a lot better than he can.
Yeah, no. When you compare accolades to accolades between the great one and Alexander the Great, Wayne Gretzky by a fucking mile. But look, if Alex Ovechkin can essentially average 1 goal in the next 20 games, oh, yeah. Like, as far as scoring goes, yeah, he is definitely better than Wayne Gretzky. I'm sorry. As far as accolades go, Wayne Gretzky is the GOAT, and he will remain the GOAT of hockey, and it's not even close.
Yeah. But there's definitely this is something huge for Alex Ovechkin. And I wish him all the best of luck. I mean, fuck, man. I wish he could score 3 goals and then for every game for the next 5 games. Yeah, they go to what, murdering ladies? I mean,
Oh man.
pathetic,
Allegedly.
pathetic.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh man. All
Is that
right,
is that the
but
last
that's all the time that
topic?
we have on tonight's show. Big shout out to Spicy Big Mac for joining in. I'll be doing a live stream of the greatest NFL game of all time, NFL Street 2, tomorrow. And on top of that, I'll be doing another live stream of an upcoming pay-per-view event. Oh boy.
Mm.
Oh man, Andrew, you in your bag, man. You're in your fucking bag. But like
At
I
least they
said,
don't
I'll be
have to
doing
wear
a live
gloves.
stream of say again.
Said at least they ain't got to worry about gloves now.
Hey, no doubt about that. But yeah, so tomorrow I will be doing a live stream of NFL Street 2. I'm trying to build my team up. I believe I have the perfect team assembled. If you think you can beat my team, let me know. I got Josh Allen as a quarterback, Saquon Barkley as a running back, Mike Evans as a wide receiver, Pat Surtain as a cornerback, and as my defensive lineman and offensive lineman, I got Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa.
Nice.
Yep. But that will all be leading up to the main event of tomorrow night as I bring you a live stream of UFC 312. You're not going to want to miss it. My man, I want to thank you again for being able to be here and obviously have some fun talking sports.
Yeah, let me know about Sunday.
Hell yeah, I got you, man.
All right, brother, man. You have a great night. Peace.
You as well. Enjoy your Friday night. All right. Look, like I said, I'm doing another live stream of NFL Street 2, the greatest NFL game of all time. That is also including NFL 2K5 and every Madden that has been put out. I already let my lineup be known. Josh Allen at quarterback, Saquon Barkley at running back, Mike Evans at wide receiver, Pat Surtain as quarterback, and my offensive and defensive line, Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa. If you have a better team that can beat my team, just let me know. But that will all be culminating to the main event of tomorrow night as I do a live stream of UFC 312. Oh my God, you're not going to want to miss it. Until then, peace out. Enjoy your Friday night. Know your limits, but enjoy your Friday night.